Thank you, Natalie. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Glad that you're here. We spent the last two sessions in Module 4 talking about financial performance, talking about financial planning, talking about the funding of your business. Today, we shift from finance to operational design. We'll cover most of that module today, and then on Thursday, you'll have a chance to share your first draft of your one-page business plan. So let's see. I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint here. Yep. So it's baseball season, right? So it just makes sense that we should start off with a quote from a famous or an infamous baseball player, Yogi Berra. He was a catcher with the New York Yankees and then was a manager for the New York Mets. And he's famous for saying the following: if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. I've always liked that quote. You always do what you've always, continue operating your business the way you've always operated, you can expect to get the same results that you've always gotten. If you want different results, it usually means changing the way that we operate. So that leads into a story I'd like to share with you as we get started this morning. If you look at the picture, you may or may not recognize this. This is a sport car called sculling. I think it's more popular up in the Northeast, a lot of college teams. It's all about speed. So the story goes as follows. A premier sculling coach takes his team to a race, and after weeks of practice and preparation, the team loses the race. So they return home, and the coach decided that the team needed to practice harder. So they did. The next race came and the team lost again. This time the coach decided they needed to have their morale lifted. So he threw a party, gave them a day off. And then the next race came and the team lost again. This cycle continued until the coach became so frustrated, he decided that maybe he had lost his touch. Maybe it was time for him to retire. In desperation, he had the boat removed from the water so that he could examine it. Once the boat was removed from the water, the problem became crystal clear. The boat had been poorly constructed and was producing a strong drag on its forward movement. The team had been trying to win a race in a square boat. That sound familiar? The article goes on to say small business owners and operators like the coach easily forget that their job, your job, includes hull design and redesign. In operating, looking for solutions to problems, it's usually easier to blame employees' work, their attitudes, their morale, even leadership, than it is to ask fundamental questions about the design of the vehicles of our work. We forget to examine the design of our ship. Sales and marketing guru Max Carey suggests the following, quote, your business is functioning exactly as it's designed to function. Let's read that again. Your business is functioning exactly as it's designed to function. Like the coach, Carey says that we must first examine the current design of our business. While we might be tempted to start addressing employee and leadership behaviors, he states, quote, first change the design of your company, then change behavior. First change design and then change behavior. The best athletes in the world won't win a race in a square boat, nor will the best employees perform at peak operating level with outdated, ineffective procedures, policies, and systems. You don't have to be able to build the ship, but you must be able to examine and re-examine its effectiveness as if you had designed it yourself. It's important to not only have the ability to recognize a faulty design, but the willingness to do something about it. Recognition is the first step, but without rebuilding the hull, the coach is still left with a square boat. The coach is still left with a square boat. How many of you have felt from time to time that maybe you were the commander, you were the admiral of a square boat? I have from time to time. A lot of effort, a lot of good plans, but we're not moving as quickly as I thought we should have. How often do we take our boat? How often do we examine the design of our business? Well, that's what this module is all about. It's about looking at, examining the design of our business. And again, I really want you to be thinking about that quote from Max Carey. Your business is operating exactly as it's designed to operate. Sometimes I'll get a business owner that'll come to me and say, I'm just not getting the results that I want. I'm not getting the growth that I want. I'm not getting the profits. I'm not getting new customers. And then I'll say something that will really upset them. Really upset them. I'll say, you're getting perfect results. You're getting perfect results. You're getting the exact results that you should be getting given the design of your business. If you want different results, you need to look at a different design.